Attention restaurant owners in downtown Easton, this video is for you. As you know, it's been slow out there for a while now. Weekends are busy, but that seems about it for restaurants. That's what I'm seeing across the board. That's from what I'm hearing from a lot of you. So this video, I'm gonna break it down, the landscape, the variables, where I think we're headed and how to deal with it. So if you're a restaurant owner in downtown Easton, grab a snack, grab a drink, get a notepad, settle in. You're gonna enjoy this video. Now, I'm not trying to be a naysayer, but in business, you have to look at the environment and the landscape and plan accordingly. I predict tougher times for restaurants in downtown Easton as we enter into summer. There are a plethora of problems we're facing with more to come. They need to be dealt with. Having good food and good service is not enough. Now, the first problem is a national thing. It's the economy. There's a lot of uncertainty out there in the economy right now. Plus, credit card debt is at an all-time high in this country. In 2024, consumers paid $80 billion in interest alone on their credit card debt. That's $80 billion they're not spending out at restaurants. Plus, as of this year, it's at a 13-year high, the percentage of people just paying the minimum balance on their credit cards. You know they're in trouble, they're not going out to eat. So that's a problem we're facing. Now, locally, we have a whole bunch of other problems we're facing. It's hard to believe that in this little downtown, it's a half a mile radius, there's over 50 places to get a bite to eat, from fast casual to high end and everything in between. And we have more coming. We have an Italian restaurant opening over on Northampton Street by the public market. We have a Mexican restaurant opening in the Marquee soon. And we have a coffee shop opening in the Marquee soon too. These people clearly did not do their homework, but they're opening these places. There's gonna be even more competition. And we also know that parking is a problem. You can't deny that. I'm not gonna get too into it. I did another video about that, but parking is a real issue. You have a Saturday night where there's a show or a pub crawl or some stupid event, these parking garages are filling up and getting maxed out. So what happens? People are going to turn around and go somewhere else for dinner. They won't be able even to park than to get to into a restaurant. And there's a lot of problems with that because not just with the parking, there's the traffic. If you notice in front of the public market on Northampton, it's backed up all the time now. And you'll see only a couple cars will get by that light and it stops. And if there's a bus, maybe one car gets by that light. You might have to wait 2-3 turns of the light to turn. That was not a good idea, making that one way and putting all this extra parking, because also if someone's waiting for a parking spot, that backs it up. So you're getting like Center City, Philadelphia style gridlock in this little downtown. I look out my window at the Alpha building Friday night or at night, that circle's backed up like crazy. That's frustrating for people. That's a problem. So not only is parking a problem, but traffic is a problem. And think about this, when all these apartment buildings are filled, that's more people driving here to get home. It's going to be gridlock out there quite a bit, and that's not easy to fix, and that's not going away. That's a real problem. Another thing is there's good restaurants everywhere now. You don't have to come downtown to dine out and have a good time and a good meal. There's restaurants that have parking lots. There's restaurants in plazas that have parking. There's restaurants in all these little downtowns that don't have a parking problem. People are going to change their habits and start going there, because let me tell you what's happening. I'm hearing from people like friends that live in the Poconos or people I talk to in the Valley, the whole don't go to Easton, that's back. That was like that when I moved here. I had people laughing at me when I moved here. I'll tell you that, when I moved here from Philadelphia. And now this whole thing is back. We were hot, it was the place to be, but the reputation of don't go downtown because of the parking, because of the tickets, because of the traffic, because of the headaches, that's coming back, and that's a real problem. So as I said, I've heard from a lot of you restaurant owners, and I've seen for myself that weekends are still pretty busy, and weekends are helping carry a lot of the restaurants and stuff like that. But guess what's coming? Summertime. And we all know it's going to slow down in summertime on the weekends. What are people doing? They're going to the beach. They're going to the mountains. They're going to cook out with their friends. They're doing other stuff. They're not going to come to downtown Easton when it's 90 degrees and try and park and go out to eat. So you have that solid weekend you have now. That's going to disappear this summer, and then you're going to be slow all the time. Now, of course, there's variations there, but by and large, those weekends are going to be pretty quiet. So now is the time to get a plan together to adapt and overcome. There's an opportunity here. I'm sorry, but I predict by the end of the summer, some restaurants, more restaurants, will go out of business downtown. So if you get a plan together now, you beat your competition, you weather the storm, if you're still standing when all this is done, you're going to be in great shape and opportunity to do better. And I'll give you an example. A restaurant recently closed downtown. This owner, never wanted to spend money on advertising, on social media, on menu design, on window vinyl, on signage, never wanted to spend money on anything. The food was fantastic at this place, but they had to close. Wow, that's a shocker. Didn't spend any money on advertising, marketing, branding, social, printing, design. That's what's gonna happen. If you're in business, it's the cost of doing business in order to help your business succeed, and in this case, survive. And also too, with summer coming and inflation, people are gonna be putting their money towards the vacation or these other things. They're not gonna be spending it going out to eat on the weekends or during the week. They're still gonna wanna go out and have some fun and that type of thing, but that's also gonna decline this summer because you'll be spending their money on other stuff. So what do? Well, let me tell you something. Reinventing your menu is not going to move the needle. Painting a mural on the side of your restaurant is not necessarily going to do it. Having these goofy trivia nights or live music or whatever, that's not going to do it either. Let me tell you something. You need a concerted effort, and you need to work with an ad agency like us to get results. Having your staff or hiring somebody off the street to do your social media is not going to help. You need to make the right moves now in order to endure. And don't forget the construction. We're going into the 6th consecutive year of construction downtown. That has taken a toll. Are you sick of hearing this beeping sound all the time? I sure am. But in all seriousness, this is a problem. You're gonna have Northampton Street, a crane there sometimes in front of the hotel, wherever they're building it. That type of thing is gonna be happening. So we're gonna have to deal with that, and that's gonna be a headache for people coming down here trying to go out to eat. Having good food is not enough. You need a team like us. We do best practice. We're insured, we know what we're doing, and we're focused on getting results, not just making funny reels or goofy things. We're getting ideas from TikTok to make reels. No, that doesn't get results. We're not here to entertain people. We're here to get people in the door so you can make more money. Every business is different. We will sit down with you, listen to the pain points, do a SWOT analysis, find out where your strengths are, come up with a custom game plan that goes all year long into next year with a real ad spend to get results, because that's what you're gonna have to do. I have almost 30 years experience with advertising, marketing, design, working at Electric Factory concerts. I worked on the marketing, sold out 3 nights Dave Matthews Band at Veterans Stadium, 5 nights Billy Joel at the Spectrum, sold out shows for David Bowie, Prince, all kinds of bands. So I know what it takes to get results. Also with social media, we use best practices. Some of this stuff I'm gonna show you that we do that everybody else is getting wrong is gonna blow your mind. So it's worth it to come to us to spend the money to get results and get through this. So there is some good news. I think that because of all the new people moving downtown to all these apartment buildings, there will be new customers, a lot of new people and their friends and family. The restaurants downtown can't get by on that alone though. But it's important to market to all the new customers that are gonna be living downtown. They can walk to your establishment, don't need to worry about driving or parking. And typically these people, if they're paying $4,000 or $3,000 a month for an apartment, they've got discretionary money to spend on going out to eat. And I think the best category is gonna be fast casual, like the places at the Easton Public Market. It's relatively inexpensive for the most part. You don't necessarily have to leave a tip. There's ways you can get a good square meal for not a lot of dough, because people are still gonna wanna go out to eat. They're still gonna wanna treat themselves, but they would probably go to Rod's Dogs, get a solid lunch or dinner and a soda or something, or an ice cream, as opposed to going to a high-end restaurant. So fast casual is gonna do very well. If you have a high-end restaurant, maybe adapt a little bit with some other things, but that's gonna be the category to be in that's gonna succeed. So to wrap it all up for you, yes, I see some headwinds coming for restaurants in downtown Easton, but that doesn't mean you can't get through. As a restaurant owner in downtown Easton, you're gonna be facing some challenges. But like I said, look at it as an opportunity to level up, to beat the competition, to make your business strong, because people will still be going out to eat. People will still be coming down here. It's just gonna be more challenging. What worked yesterday is not gonna work today. The custom ad plan, we execute it for you. Everything's done in-house by myself and my team. That's what you need.